Listen, if you ever had a group of buddies where life gets busy, schedules fall apart, but it's the outdoors is the thing that brings you guys back together, then this episode is for you. Today, we're sitting down with our good buddy Chase from the Yackers, another regional crew, and they get it. Let's ride. Hey, boys, what's going on tonight?
What's up, dude?
Pretty good. How about you?
Just living the dream is what we like to say. Appreciate you joining us today. I got Chase Morris, who is representing the Yackers. Chris lined you up, man. You guys, I guess, been talking. Another
Yeah.
North Central Pennsylvania guy. We were talking a little bit before the show, Chris, and just talking about Bloomsburg and the fair and the area that Chase runs in. So,
Heck yeah.
appreciate you taking the time out to rap with us a little bit tonight, and let's just get into it. Tell me a little bit. I want to know the Yackers. There's got to be a story with a name like that.
The name, it's not as interesting as you think, honestly. It's just kind of run. We kind of wanted to be different. I don't want to throw shots at you guys. We just didn't want to have outdoors in our name,
Right?
honestly.
Yeah.
We just wanted to be because people remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody I've said, oh, the Yackers, they're always like, I like that. It's different. So that's kind of our thing behind that. Some people
Love
think
it.
it's kayaks and whatever else, but not really.
Yeah. I just told Ron that, what was it, yesterday we were talking on the phone. I said, I've had a couple opportunities to like jump on board with some other stuff. And to me, there's nothing worse than, hey, I'm Joe from the blah, blah, blah outdoors. And it's like
Right.
everybody does that, you know?
Yeah.
So how can you be different, man? So that's rad,
Right.
dude. So like Ron said, dude, you're from right up the street from us, man. So tell us
hmm
about how you grew up, dude. Tell us about your outdoor bio and just jump in, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved animals as a kid. My grandma loves to tell this story. I don't know if I'm jumping into stories a little too quick, but
Nah.
my grandpa, he's the one who got me into hunting. They hunted down from our house a little ways, and he shot a buck that morning. And of course, we drove up the driveway, and I was bawling my eyes out. Oh man, we need to save it. We need to save the deer. The deer's gutted, hanging from the tree. And then a year or two after that, I was like, I want to go hunt with you. So he took me out, and he ended up getting a buck that morning too. And ever since then, I was hooked.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Heck
I think the secret is not that people when you get older that you can't get hooked like we say,
Mhm.
but man, when you're younger and you just you're around it and stuff, it's like it's in your blood.
Yeah.
So tell us how you got into it outside of that. What was your deer hunter, turkey hunter?
Yeah, deer. Up here, we have a lot of deer.
Okay.
They're not always huge, but they're around. So started off deer hunting, and then would go usually first day, first weekend, second weekend, because school was always the hang up. But
Mm-hmm.
as time went on, started getting a couple of deer under my belt. Then I started hunting harder, and then once I could drive, of course, started hunting on my own, get my buddies involved, and then yeah, here we are.
So we just did a episode about like first day of rifle season. I was born and raised in Maryland, so
Mm.
it's the same but a little different. But so talk about like you guys have any like Pennsylvania traditions outside of school or
Yeah, PA
what's like
is
some
completely different.
yeah
Yeah, I mean, we'd get the first day off, that first Monday. Now it's
yeah
opens on Saturday, of course, but that first day, it was like Christmas.
yeah
Everybody's out. You driving past every car you pass on the road. Everybody's got an orange hat on, orange vest. Where I sit, even to this day, you look up on the hill. There's three people in orange. public land to our right. There's guys lined up. There's cars along the road. Behind us, there's 2 people. In front of us, there's 5 people. It's just a pumpkin patch. They're everywhere.
I was talking to my sons when we were driving out this year about, you get up at 4 or 5 in the morning, you're driving, and that's all you see is trucks, and everybody's crisscrossing and weaving, and it's like,
Yep.
I'm passing this guy to go here, he's passing my place. It's just how my brain takes it and stuff. So, you guys have any traditions or any like family stuff that you do?
We don't have like a hunting camp or anything. Our hunting camp is basically just my grandparents' house.
The base camp, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So it's mostly just me, my grandfather, and then his son out here. But it used to be a couple more guys, but life gets busy and they kind of fizzled out. But yeah, we basically run it with 3 guys, give or take one if one of my buddies wants to come or something. But
yeah, are you a Saturday guy, or are you like a Monday hardcore traditionalist?
I'm 100, dude. I don't care about the days. If I can be in the woods, I'll be there. So Saturday's cool with me. Especially, I mean, there's a bunch of arguments with that, like, oh, the camp tradition, which I do understand. Like, it definitely hurts some of the northern tier people too, because it brings in some business to like local bars and stuff like that for people just to go out and hang around. But I was trying to hunt during school, so that Saturday, and then now that we can have that Sunday too, that was a big help for me personally.
Yeah.
So I'm not too tight about the Monday opener, but I wouldn't care either way.
Yeah, it's such a different thing for me from, again, growing up in Maryland and coming up here, because Saturday was it.
Yeah.
I mean, we just talked about laying your clothes out, and even though I'm in my 40s now, I talk about this all the time. My mom still packs us a lunch from Thanksgiving leftovers, and she's texting us, "What do you want?" And
turkey sandwiches.
Getting the snacks ready and all that stuff. So, it's just such a cool thing. So I love connecting with people like that, and it's just a cool thing, man.
Yeah, one of the things that let me hop in. One of the things that we talk about this all the time, Chase. Because like you said, everybody's got an opinion on the Monday opener versus the Saturday opener, and certainly my stance is if we can be in the woods, if you can get an extra weekend, great. But part of the reason why we even do the show is we want to tell stories. Like we want to make those memories, and then we want to share them. And where does that happen? It happens at base camp. It happens at your grandfather's, before you guys roll out in the morning, or whenever you come back and you debrief on how the morning went or how the day went. But from my perspective, from my seat, even though I like the Saturday opener and the extra weekend, a lot of my success happens on for the opening day. As far as rifle season goes, I'm a big time bow hunter guy. I don't know if you hunt archery too as well.
Yeah.
But, so I love archery, but when it comes to rifle season, we're usually putting some meat on the meat pole, and then heck, by Monday, Tuesday, we're ready to go to the butcher shop and hang out in the garage and cut up deer meat. Yep. It's not like growing up, you waited till Monday, and it was Wednesday, Thursday until you had those meetings in the garage or the basement or wherever you cut your meat up.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I just think that it's crazy when you even talk about how many guys are out in the woods, because I know Pennsylvania is known for having so many hunters.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
And we got a lot of public land. It's an awesome state because we have so much wooded area, especially up where you're at.
Yep.
But it's just peppered with guys like you said the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
It's pretty adequate depiction of things. So I don't know. I mean, do you see, because down here where I'm at in central PA, it tends to, after that opening weekend, dwindle out. There's a separation between like the hardcore guys that are taking time off, and it's just the opening weekend guys. You see that same parallel up where you're at?
Yeah, I would say at least during the week, it definitely dwindles out. But that first Saturday gets hit hard again. Yeah. And then by the second Saturday,
not
normally
so
a lot of people either got their deer or they're like, it's too cold. I don't want to be out there anymore. They don't really care. But
now in your area, do you find the more people, the better? Like, is it pushing deer and moving deer for you?
Nowadays, No, it used to be like that. We used to have those 20, 30 deer sits a day. Now you see 5 to 8 deer, and some of those are normally us jumping them up, walking to each other to meet up in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, I've definitely seen a better quality of bucks around since the antler point restriction and all that. And I also think a lot more crossbows being used in archery. So people are getting their deer earlier. So then it leaves a couple more for the rest of us. I mean, normally in Pennsylvania, the first legal buck you see, probably going to take it. So I think people getting those deer out of the way during archery, leave some of the bigger ones for some of the rifle guys.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're on Facebook, you see all this, the deer quality is just going up and up and up and up. But I've witnessed that personally.
Piggyback into that. So what's your first day like? Are you guys filling trucks? Are you looking for certain bucks? What you doing, man? We're judgment free. You can look behind me and see, like,
we just did a whole episode about slaying does, and
I'm a doe commander all day.
I'm all for that. I mean, archery is my time to be picky. I'll let a lot more deer go during archery than I will during rifle, just because, like I said, look behind me, you see orange, you look to the right. So that deer is normally a dead deer walking if I do end up seeing a rack. But yeah, it depends. I'm at the point where a basket rack, I'd probably let him walk. But if he's at or around the ears, he's probably getting it.
Yeah, I hear that.
Depends on how cold it is. That's my answer.
That too.
Actually, that's not my answer ever. I shoot whatever walks by. I'm not picky at all. Maryland doesn't have antler restrictions, and we eat them and stuff. And I've killed, I'm not saying it's to brag at all because I'm not. I've killed some wall hangers and stuff. I'm a doe commander all day, bro. Big fat nanny comes in, she's getting it every time.
Of course.
Without hesitation.
I'm not too worried about killing doe because, I mean, the farmers, the guys that farm the field out here, they always get a huge gang of guys out and smack them down. And like I said, the public land and all that around here, they get it done. So if I don't take a doe, I'm not too worried about it.
Right.
We do have a good amount of deer, but first day, if it's a doe is the first deer I see, it's done.
Yeah.
You got to get the blood pumping a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So jump in, Chase, dude. Like, I'm sorry, Ron, what you want to ask? Go ahead.
No. I just, so, I mean, I wanted to hit Chase up, and I asked him for like a short bio, and he, gave me a little bit of the background on the group, and one of the things that I just wanted to sort of, as we introduce you to our audience, Chase, I want you to tell the story, how you guys got started, why you got started. One of the things you said was, back around COVID time, like everybody was looking for something to do. We all wanted to get outdoors, and life got busy then. But you sort of got the gang back together, and you formed this group. Why don't you just take us down that storyline and tell us how the Yackers came into being what you are today?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, around COVID, we were all hunting and fishing anyway. So I'm sure you guys watch YouTube every so often. You see all these creators making these cool videos and posting pictures and all that. So we were like, we're already doing it. Why not? Like, we don't have to go to school right now. We can go fishing every day. That's how we started this group, was fishing, because that was just the time. So we just go fishing every day, sun up, sun down. We'd go fish for trout or bass during the day, then go home and eat, change our clothes. Then we're catfishing at night. And then we just started posting. And I mean, if you scroll down on our page to like the first couple posts or whatever, we're holding bluegills, we're little tiny bass. Like we were just getting it out there. We're like, why not?
Yeah.
And then, as time progressed, my buddy, like Steven, the other guy that shot the buck this year, he's a big hunter as well. And Cam, he's a big waterfowl guy. He loves to fish, but he's not so much deer guy. Waterfowl though, he's all in. And Mitch, you'll see him in our earlier posts. He's not really around much. He moved away for work and all that, but we still fish with him from here and there. But yeah, started out fishing, and then I got everybody the hunting bug too. So we just grown from there.
So you got like 4 or 5 guys, it sounds like?
Like
that
3.
You call the core?
We got 3 guys that are core. But occasionally, my rule is, if you come hunt or fish with me and you get something, I'll post you. I don't mind because
Oh yeah.
if they're more inclined to come out, because I do a lot of solo just because of my work schedule. I work overnight, so I have the opportunity to go out right after work in the morning or whatever.
Mhm.
So if you come fish with me and hunt, if me posting a picture of you makes you more inclined to come with me, and I got a buddy to share the memory with, or just BS with out on the stream or in the woods or whatever, it works for me.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
that's what it's
talking
about.
Chris's language
That's what
now.
it's
Yeah.
about, dude. You know, I'm the picture guy. I'm the share the memory guy. I'm the let me
Mhm.
stop what I'm doing to come help you and take pictures. You know, I mean,
Of
that's
course.
just
I had a couple of
that's
those
just
calls this year.
yeah, that's just where we're at. You know, and
Hmm.
so guys that listen to us and follow us, I mean, that just resonates with
Hmm.
all of us. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, a lot of people are calling my phone because they'll know I'll be laying out prone, taking pictures, leaning back,
Yeah, yeah,
hanging off of a tree just to get
yeah.
that right angle. But
I'm googling like how to hold the bird. To do it this
yeah.
way. You know, let's get this.
Uh-huh.
You know, I actually went to we did a pheasant hunt every year. We do one every year at my farm, and I
Hmm.
took the tractor and I parked the tractor a certain
Yeah.
way so I could take like some Midwest pictures and stuff
Yep.
like that. You know, and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So, you know, what you know, as you guys kind of grew your page and stuff like that, when did you kind of realize it was something you kind of wanted to pursue more, or like,
I
or
mean,
what was your draw for that?
right out the gate, we were doing daily posts just because, like I said, we were fishing every day. So we had something new to post all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we don't have any sponsors or any of that but back when we started, we had a couple and we
Yeah.
were just getting free bait sent to us, like some lures, like, oh, promote our lures. Or there was a guy around the area, he had a clothing brand and he made a whole fishing line for us and all that.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
we were just like, I don't know, 16, 17. So we're like, we get a free bag of bait this week. This is awesome. We don't got to go
Yeah.
spend $5 on a thing of yum dingers or whatever. We just
Yeah.
got a couple more lures to use. But yeah, we started to get some traction, and then we're like, we might as well at least try. But we did take a little bit of a break here and there. Just with school coming back in, like our senior year, we all had sports. We all had to go to class every day, so we didn't get out as often. So we did more hunting than we did fishing then. And then college, everybody, like I went to Bloomsburg University, so I was still around. Steven, he went to West Virginia, and Cam was here with me, but we just had separate schedules and all that. So we did get around and hunt and fish a little bit, but not as often. And then we just didn't get the amount of content we would have liked to do. But yeah, after
Yeah.
college was done, jumped right back into it.
COVID slammed the brakes on reality real quick when everything kind of went back to normal. Because
Uh-huh.
where I work, I had a job where I'd work for a week, and then they didn't want us cross contaminating each other, so I would
Yeah.
have off for a week
Yep.
and the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was duck hunting every day.
Yeah.
I was hanging with my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I remember it was like something from like Family Guy. Like I went out one day and I bought all this art stuff and all this stuff to do with my kids, and I sit on the
Yeah.
table, and then my phone rings. Hey, we're going back to work as regular tomorrow, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, ah,
Yep.
no, yeah. So we'll talk about reconnecting, man. How you know, after you guys kind of settle back into life, you know, you guys fired it
Yeah.
back up, and
So basically, I graduated college early, so I was out before everybody else. So I had nothing to do. I was already hunting and fishing on my own anyway, so I was like, why not start posting again? We still had a little bit of a following, so I was like, why not? Get me out of bed, get me out of the house. I'm already
yeah,
doing it. I might as well post it again. And then, yeah, my buddies would come home from break. We'd hit the woods hard, hit the water hard. And then since I kept doing it, they kept like, oh, let's go this weekend. Let's go here. Let's go there. We did a lot of traveling this year, especially fishing wise. I've done a lot personally hunting wise, just because, like I said, I have the availability to
yeah,
somewhat. But
So, like, how is that? Let me segue into that because if you're taking a fishing trip, you
mhm,
know, I know you said earlier, like, hey, we don't got like a hunting camp where we go and hit the camp,
right,
but like a fishing trip can be a lot like hunting camp. You know, there are
oh
a lot
yeah,
of parallels there. You
yeah,
know, so the bonds that you make, the memory,
mhm,
yeah, it's really just hanging out with your friends and having a good time.
right,
You know, what are the parallels, you know, from there? And even Chris, you know, you chime in and share with that too, because I know that you like to fish
hmm
as well. But Chase, you know, tell me how do you see those things paralleling one another?
hunting and fishing.
Well, just like the hunt
Or
camp
just-
experience,
Okay.
we talked about how, opening day went from Monday to Saturday, and how
Mhm.
the weekend was kind of a hangout time.
Right.
But fishing trips are hangout time.
Yep.
Depending on how far you're going and where your
Mhm.
destination is. That's all.
Okay. So, I mean, the first day of trout here is just like the first day of deer. Shoulder to shoulder. It's like
And Chris
Pulaski.
doesn't get that because he's
No,
not a
dude.
PA guy, right? So
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
it's nuts.
totally foreign to me. You Yankees and
Yeah.
that is just such a foreign thing to me.
but
Wait,
it's a
you
big
know.
deal.
at exactly 8 a.m., all the lines go in the water, dude. It's
Yeah.
nuts. But yeah, so I like fishing for the camaraderie wise, just because
Hmm.
you can talk and be as loud as you want. You can do
Mhm.
whatever you want. You don't have to sit quiet and wait for something to come by. If there's no fish there, go find them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I met a lot of people just walking up and down the streams, made a lot of friends. And some people are just like, hey, you want to come fish out my way this weekend? Sure. I'll sleep in the truck. I don't care. I'm young. It doesn't really
Right.
affect me. I'll sleep anywhere. So yeah, we did a lot of that. I did a lot of trout fishing this year. That was my thing. I really wanted to catch a big trout this year. I ended up getting a couple, so that worked out. But yeah, the fishing side is definitely, I think people show a lot more love on the fishing side as well.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
I mean, you could post, like I said, you could post those bluegills. Everybody's like, heck yeah, like, awesome, glad you did that. And then you shoot the big buck in the area. Everybody's like, yeah, but like, actually, screw you. Or, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Give him
it's-
another year. Well,
or-
that's why we like to say hunt your hunt. That's what
Yeah.
Chris was saying earlier. Like, there's no judgment on us.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your weapon of choice or
Yep.
anything like that. But there's definitely, on social media. Social media has done a lot of crummy stuff
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
for
of
the
course.
hunting industry. But you're totally right with the fishing guys. What you got, like a personal best on trout? Like,
Yeah, there's that big rainbow that I posted. I don't know if you saw that. That was
Mhm.
24 inches, about 6 pounds. That was the first big
legit.
trout I caught. I did it right.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a tough one to beat because
Yeah.
I don't like to fish the stocked holes too much either.
right?
I'll go in and around them, but I'll hike 3 miles from where we're supposed to be. A lot of people catch on to where my car is too.
Mhm.
So they're, hey, I saw your car over there. You catch anything? Like, I don't know. Go find out.
Yeah.
Go earn it.
Yeah.
Trout are my nemesis, man. And I've never fished like stock ponds. I'm fortunate enough that my family has
Yeah.
property in Maryland.
Mm,
And at one point it was stocked, but there's part of a stream that goes somewhere and there's
mm-hmm.
as natural as you can get brown trout in it. And it's
Yeah.
every year I'm like, I'm going to go catch something. Every year I end up like throwing my rod
Yeah.
because
They
they're
can,
like,
they can be like that.
yeah, because they're going to nibble on it. And if they don't like it, they're gone. You're not catching
Oh,
the
yeah.
fish.
They're either going to
And then-
smack it or not at all.
Yeah. And I mean, you're in the woods, these streams and stuff.
Yeah.
You're getting hung up, or you're.
You ever
You
fly
know,
fish?
I bought a fly fishing rod a couple years ago, and I had never used. I actually just gave it to
Never?
my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
I
I
had.
got
I
into
had
that.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah. I mean, around here, the trout are everywhere, dude. You can,
Yeah.
if you're trying to learn, you can figure it out up here. It doesn't
Yeah.
take too much.
I
I've
had
had
a-
multiple 70+ fish days. Like,
Wow.
well, I'd fish from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I put the hours in to get to that number, but like
Right.
they're around.
I had a private farm that we used to fish on, and this guy had like, I don't know if it was man-made or whatever it was. It was an older farm, but he had like a 3-acre pond on this thing.
Hmm.
And it was stream spring fed, and it was like perfect because some of it was cover, but some of it was very manicured too, so it was like the
Mhm.
perfect place. So I went and bought a fly rod, and
Yep.
the guy was like, come out whenever you want, but I would always text him,
Hmm.
and then he just stopped texting me back. So I don't know
Yeah.
that I couldn't go, and I just never went back. But
Yeah. No,
I
get
never
that.
I just gave it away and stuff. But I was the fishing guy when we started our group, man. I just
Yeah.
loved it, and fishing camp and that kind of parallels to hunting stuff. Like
Mhm.
going and getting the snacks and
Yep.
figuring out what you're going to do and just having a blast with my kids. And
Hmm.
there's always somebody that's going to come up to you and ask you what you caught and how you're
Yep.
doing. It's
Right.
not like deer hunting where someone's
That's the
going to
go-to.
snarl. Yeah, you know.
That's how you say hi. Catch
Yeah.
anything? That's
Well, it's
how it
funny because
goes.
I was thinking the other day I was watching these kids fish and I was like, man, they're going where I usually go on this public lake. And then I was like, well, I mean, that's kind of awesome that these kids
Yeah.
are out there, they're fishing and not doing other
Mhm.
stupid shit, you know,
Yep.
and stuff like that. So, no, man, I'm the fishing guy, and Maryland has a lot of regulations, but at least in the area that I grew up in, there's no like set fishing date.
Yeah.
You just go catch fish. Now there is certain things to keep, and there's certain things that
Right.
rockfish and the stuff on the
Mhm.
bay, striped bass and stuff. It's very regulated.
And you got a lot of wetlands down there, so you got like a different.
Yeah.
It's a completely different,
Yeah,
environment that you
Mhm.
have opportunities that you don't see
Yeah.
in Pennsylvania.
Jay, you were just down there,
Yeah,
weren't you?
yeah. We got to experience that for their duck opener. We went down, and
Yeah.
then we'll be back up there December 27th. We're gonna hunt Maryland again.
You going to Cambridge again?
We didn't hunt. We hunted Cecilton, I believe, when we went
Okay.
down. But I think this time we're gonna head down towards Cambridge.
Cecilton. Is
That's
that
like north.
that's
North
probably that's where
Maryland.
Shane and those guys are from, like
All right.
Cecil County, like where the
Yeah, 'cause-
Susquehanna comes into the
Yeah,
bay and stuff. Okay, yeah,
Right
yeah.
on.
somewhere up there. Because we stayed in a hotel in Delaware, and it was like 10, 20
Yeah,
minutes away from
yep.
the
Cecil
hotel.
County. That's
Yeah.
like the historic like duck capital
Mm-hmm.
is all that.
That's what they were
stuff.
saying. They said there was some waterfowl festival going on when we were down there too.
Yeah,
It was like
there's
Easton or something.
There's guys from
Down
all
that way.
over the world that collect hand carved decoys from
Mhm.
that area, and they sell for, I mean,
Yeah.
what you'd
It's like
pay
any
for a car.
collector item.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've pointed out there a couple times. The guy that's in our group that does podcasts with us, his name is Shane, has a podcast called the Upper Bay Podcast. He's from that area, and
Oh, okay.
it's almost the opposite of most of us. I mean, he has switched gears to deer hunting because that's all he did growing up was ducks and geese. And,
Yeah.
you know, now he's like, I'm chasing deer
Oh,
now. You know,
I wish, dude. I'm the
So-
opposite.
Yep.
If you ask me to go duck hunt or deer hunt, I'm going to the duck blind. I don't,
Nope. I'm
Everybody
the same
loves
way.
shooting a big buck,
Yep.
but that can wait. I don't care. Those
Well,
birds might leave tomorrow. That deer will
Yeah.
be in the area.
Well, let's jump into that because I was the same way. I grew up strictly deer hunting,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and these guys I worked with were like, "Hey, dude, come duck hunting with us." And I said, "Cool, man, love to do it. Never really done it." And I make no bones about it. I've taken pot shots at ducks growing up on the ponds and walked
Yeah.
by, but never sat and did it the real way.
Right.
And these dudes are like, "Man, you're going to do this. You're never going to think about deer hunting again." And I'm like, "Yeah, right."
They're not lying.
And the first time I was like, "Yes,
Yeah.
this is what my life needs, man."
Uh-huh.
And I'm in it now, man. Like
Oh,
that's my thing. So talk about that, dude. How you got into that? And
That's what I tell
And,
everybody. If you
yeah.
want to spend some money, start duck hunting.
yeah,
Right.
yep.
You never have enough decoys. I have like 30, 40 duck decoys in the. Why? I don't
Yeah.
know, but I'll keep buying them.
Yeah, I sold a bunch, and then I was like, "Oh, I might buy some more." And I'm like, "What? I just sold a bunch. I don't need to buy any more."
Every time.
So how did
Yeah.
you get into duck hunting? Then tell that story.
So I was just, like I said, I'm a season hunter. If it's in season, I'm hunting it. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not strictly a deer guy, a duck guy, any of that. I shoot a lot of pheasants. If it's open, I'm hunting it. So Cam, the other guy I was saying, is a big waterfowl guy. I was like, "You want to try duck hunting?" He's like, "Dude, I've always wanted to try it. I've never got up and did it." So I was like, "Well, let's do it. Like, what do we got to lose? Like, let's go buy some Northern Flight decoys. Where $60 a dozen. Throw them out, and if it works, it works. If not, it was $60. We'll figure it out eventually." So we hunted a couple times, saw some birds, just those way up high, and there's birds around, but they're in the next state. They're not coming near us at all. And then we hunted probably 3 or 4 times before we actually got birds to decoy. And of course, there's a group of hooded mergansers, and they did it so dirty, so dirty. And we just popped up, banged a couple of those, and we were hooked, dude. It was awesome. But up here, the duck hunting's really hard.
It is hard because they're passing through, and like you said,
Yep.
I mean, you don't know from day to day
Yep.
when they're going to be there and stuff, and you can't explain that feeling to people that have never really done it or have done it like I said I did. You know, I mean, if you're sitting there and you do everything right, and those birds are coming in,
Oh yeah.
there's no feel like we hunted this one creek up by where we were, and these mallards dumped in. And they swam down to us, and I'm a water swatter. I don't care, dude. They're gonna get
I'll
it.
do
right?
it. Yeah, I'm here for it.
These stupid, I got one mounted. these stupid fat mallard drakes came swimming down, and my heart was pumping like I was in like Iowa chasing like 200-inch deer, you know.
Yep. Yep.
And you just can't explain it, man. And now, I got kids that are teenagers. I talk about all the time that that's their passion too.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just want to go out and do it, and it's something that you can do with kids. It's fun. You can do
Right.
it as a group,
Yep.
and you can laugh and
Just mess
uh,
around. Cook breakfast.
Yeah.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
gotta be
we-
quiet.
Nope.
Unless the birds are above you, then
like
you just-
you
Yeah.
don't have to be solo. You know,
Yeah.
when you're hunting,
Mhm.
it's kind of a solo deal.
Yeah.
Well, we just said this on the last episode about rifle hunting. I mean, it's my brothers and I. My dad grew up hunting. And again, even me that's older, hey, you're gonna sit here. You ain't getting down until you either get a deer or it's cold, or someone calls you for help. Like you don't talk. You're not doing this. You're not. You're peeing in a bottle in a tree, right? All this stuff. So
Yep.
in my early 30s, when I got into duck hunting and stuff, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is my jam now, and I've just been hooked ever since, man. So
I don't
really
know.
resonate with
I sit
that.
and listen to you guys. I'm not a waterfowl guy, right? So I'm not looking at it through the lens that Chris does. Although I appreciate duck hunting, and I've had a lot of fun duck hunting, but I'm sitting here listening to you guys talk about it, and I'm thinking about the different types of people out there,
Yeah.
because some people have got to be around other people for their cup to be full.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then you got the other guy that he just wants to live off in the mountains somewhere off by himself, and he's
Yeah.
perfectly content, being off by himself. Because like I'm sitting here thinking, like, I love archery season. I love sitting, give me 9-10 hour days all by myself, me alone, my thoughts. Like I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I get that's not for everybody. Like some people got to be around other folks, and that camaraderie piece. And that's why we do the show, right? We like to hang out. That's why we have the collaborative group. We like to chat and share stories and all that stuff too. So I get it, but I also get, the other side of it too.
Yeah. Don't let Ron fool you though, because even though he's like a deer hunter, wherever he used to work, they took him to Stuttgart, Arkansas duck hunting.
Oh,
So he went to like the flooded
Mecca.
timber capital, and he got to do it.
I didn't have to work hard. I didn't have to work hard to get ducks to
They
come
were
in and
dumping in.
decoy. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we've had some fun, on some really cool lakes, awesome blind setups. I've hunted flooded timber. Like it's pretty cool actually. But I didn't have to work hard for it. Guided hunts and
Can't
all the work
relate,
was done
man.
for me.
I wish. If we kill 1 to 5, 8 birds a year, we had a good year.
Yeah.
I mean, they're around. They're just everything's private land. It's just hard to hunt them around here. We don't have a boat.
I think it's like that with anything,
Yeah.
when you have to work hard for it, you appreciate it that much
Oh,
more,
100%.
The thing with duck hunting, it's like, it resonates with trout and different things. I mean, they're not just going to be because there's water and stuff here. You have to find where they're going, or you have to build that habitat for them. You got to put the work into getting them there and keeping them there. I have, and Ron's been there. A friend of ours on the podcast. He's got a farm with a pond, and I mean, Ron will tell you, it just looks like the perfect spot for ducks. And all summer long, I see them, and I'll see them there a little bit, but they're just not there when I'm hunting them, and I mean, it looks like you're on the eastern shores, cattails and marsh and big heavy timber surrounded by cornfields, and you're like, what the heck? This should be perfect. And then you drive by, you go to Target, and the pond behind Target is just loaded, right?
Every time, dude.
Yeah,
Or the mud puddle, or the little drainage ditch. It's
well,
like,
I'll tell you a story
water.
I've told on here before. We hunted a farm for a little while, and it was a creek I told you about, and ducks would come in, and then after a little while, we started hearing the ducks, and we would see them fly around. They do it past, and we wouldn't see them, but we could hear them, and we're like, where the heck are these ducks at? They were actually in the horse pasture, in the puddles that the horses would wallow in.
We've got a couple like that.
Yeah. And we would I'll send you a video later, dude, just annihilate the farmer, because the farmer didn't want them there. He had like show horses and stuff. So he'd say, come in the mornings. I don't want these things spooking the horses. I don't want them making a mess in the fields. And we would sit up. We would wear all black, and we would just sit next to his just sit on the ground next to his fence.
Yep.
And these ducks would dump into this puddle that was like 8 inches.
Mhm.
And we would just, you'd limit out in like one volley, you know? And unfortunately, his son took over the farm, and
Yeah.
it wasn't nasty, but nobody hunts there anymore.
Right.
But, you know,
Yeah.
just an awesome thing. But,
Yeah.
that's what resonates like with duck hunting to me. It's almost like what we talked about with fishing. It's like, you talk about somebody that wants to duck hunt, generally it's open arms. Like, dude, tell me some stories. Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's,
Come hang
Right.
you
out.
come down with me. Hey, check this place out over here, you
Yeah.
know? And a lot of the people that Ron and I surround ourselves with deer hunting are that way too. But for the most part, deer hunting, really where I'm from, is not that way. It's properties prime. Nobody's
Yeah.
sharing their spots.
That's my
You
buck.
Right.
Well,
yeah. I can't believe you shot that, you know. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, a big game animal, is completely different, because
Right.
the end result is you're filling your freezer with that meat,
Yeah.
versus, one duck, you know. But yeah, I always go back to like the harder you work for it, right? The harder you work for it, the more you appreciate it. And if I'm drawing parallels, I'm thinking like, even like a rifle hunting to crossbow hunting,
Mhm.
or compound hunting to crossbow hunting,
Mhm.
if you, we choose the harder path sometimes,
Mhm.
because whenever those ducks do come in, or whenever you do get that chance, on that nice, wide rack buck,
Yep.
I don't know, the payoff is a little bit sweeter versus,
100%.
hunting with my odd 6 where I can reach out and touch it over. Look, it's fun. I enjoy
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But, just getting so close to an animal
Yeah.
in the wild is pretty cool too.
I agree.
well, it's not. We could sit here and talk duck hunting the rest of the night, but
Oh yeah.
tell us about Chase real quick. Some favorite memories or something that really captures what you guys are about, or
Oh man.
funny stories, whether it's fishing or duck hunting or whatever
Yeah.
with you guys.
Fishing, that everybody's slipping and falling, so there's a ton of
Oh,
stories like that. But
Sure.
my best hunting story was last year. I don't know if I told Chris. I don't know if I told you this or not, but I hunted first day of rifle, not expecting to see anything, and the biggest buck of my life came running through the field at like 7:20, and I shot and it dropped, but I didn't know if it dropped. I'm like, did I drop that deer? Did I drop that deer? They're like, so I don't see it. So I was like, okay, sweet. I'll give it like 20 minutes. I'm going to go look for it. I gave it like 2 minutes. Dude.
Yeah, you can't
Well,
wait. I gotta get down.
I walked out there.
I
It was
need to
laying
know.
there. I'm like, sweet, let's go. So I hopped back in the blind, text my grandpa because he sat in a different spot this morning. So I was like, buck down. He's like, all right, I'll make my way down. So there's this little tiny patch of woods right at the bottom. It's like the only woods on this place. So he walks through there to usually bump a doe or two out. He bumps out a doe. Doe comes running across the field. Shoot, doe flips. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm tagged out. Because I had to work that night. I'm like, I can go to bed before noon. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting there like texting him, hey, got a doe too. I look up, there's a bear. Well, like 10 minutes after I shot this doe, bear comes out. And first day of rifle, bear comes back in. It's the extended season. So I got a buck, a doe, and a bear in 45 minutes.
Wow.
On first day of rifle season.
That's
I will
cool, man.
never have a hunt like that again in my life.
Man. That's
What
awesome.
I say
Never.
earlier, when you're hot, man.
Yeah. Well, that's
Now, are you a guy that do you do like taxidermy and stuff? Do you do mounts or euros and stuff like that?
Yeah, I usually
Cool.
do the euros myself, but
Okay.
I've spent a pretty penny on taxidermy this year.
What'd you do with the bear?
That one I just did a shoulder mount, so it's going to be like a triple trophy. I ended up getting a turkey that year too.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
I have the buck mounted, and then the bear, and then there's like a branch, so they're connected, and then on top a full mount turkey all strutted up and all. So
That's cool.
that one cost me a pretty penny, but it's going to look amazing. So
Yeah.
I did that. I ended up mounting that big trout I caught because unfortunately it didn't swim off. I'm not a big fish keeper,
Yeah.
but I figured if it's not going to swim off, might as well put it on the wall and eat it and all that. And then I got a bear up in Maine this year in August, so I mounted that one. And then I've got a couple. I want to mount a bufflehead. I know I was telling you, Chris, that was like my dream duck to get a bufflehead.
You got into him the other day, right?
Yeah, and we got some old squall too. I didn't know we were getting into that. Some guys came up from Missouri, came all the way to Jersey, and they wanted to kill some old squall. And I was like, let's do it. So we got into those too. But
I've had guys from out west offer me stupid amount of money for buffalo heads.
Yeah.
Hey, can we come out and shoot some buffalo heads? I mean, like $10,000. Like just trying to get
pretty
like
ducks, man.
Yeah, just trying to get the slam. And like where we are, a couple places up, I shoot whatever. I'm not judging, but some people they're like trash ducks. They're not going to eat them. And
Yeah.
they just come in so much, they're not going to shoot them.
Right.
Lee's like another guy in my group. He's like, "Let's go, dude. I'll take your money right now."
Uh-huh.
Stuff
Dude,
like
buffalo heads, they're awesome.
Yeah, they're cool, man. They come in so dirty and fast too.
Well, I was telling you that first hunt I did down there. We couldn't knock them down to save our lives. This past hunt we just did, put a hurting on them this time. Yeah. Figured it out.
They'll save you from being skunked.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So
that's like mergansers up here.
Yeah.
You get some mergansers.
I'm actually chasing one of those. I've never killed a nice one.
A common?
Yeah, I've like group shot one where a couple of us kind of pounded one, but I actually want one because I want to do a big like. I'm really good friends with a taxidermist, so he gives me some pretty good deals. But I want to do like a fishing scene where it's diving and there's like some fishing lures and stuff. So
they're normally all over the river up here. I haven't seen them this year though. I mean, we see the hens and all, they're around, but there used to be mergansers everywhere, and now I don't know.
Yeah. What keeps you guys tight, man? What keeps you guys motivated and moving forward?
I mean, we got group chats. We're in that active all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way. You just get one person to say something, and then everybody's chiming in for the next hour or two. Yeah. Keep things going.
Yeah, then, I looked down at my phone today, and the boys in the chat were they were rolling. You know, you look away, and the next thing you know, you got.
It was Ron's day too. They were riding
thread. You know, they were on me today, and I was doing interviews at work, so I couldn't defend myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll bring you in, dude. We'll talk about that after the show. You know, but we run another big collaborative group. I don't know if Ron said that before. So we got guys from all over the country.
Sweet.
You know, that we've never physically met, but we talk to all the time. They're just razzing each other.
They feel like your best friends. You never met them.
You know, stuff like that. So what's next for you guys, man? What's on the horizon for you guys?
Well, we got Maryland. We're going to Maryland to hunt. And then we're going to Jersey January 3rd to start the year off. Hopefully start the year off with a bang. But we'll probably do some flintlock hunting up here a little bit right after Christmas. Try to get some doe on the ground. Just have some fun there. That's a big tradition. We like to flintlock hunt. It's a PA thing, I know, but
yeah. My dad always hunted with. So when I grew up in Maryland, they had muzzleloader season, but you couldn't have a scope.
Yeah.
It had to have the hammer. It couldn't be inline. It wasn't flintlock, but you had to have a hammer. Yeah. And you could only use like peep sights. So he has
cap and ball.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, for lack of a better term, I mean, you could use like speed loaders and stuff.
Okay,
and different things, but it was no inline stuff. None of that.
Yeah. Those are slick.
He's got the old, is it a Hawkins? I think it's called. It looks like the Daniel Boone type gun or whatever like that. So
yeah, it's an old Hawken rifle.
Yeah. So tell us how to find you, buddy.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Instagram's the main thing, though. I mainly started the Facebook for my parents' friends. They're all on Facebook, not Instagram. But yeah, Instagram at the Yackers. I'm active on there all the time.
Right on.
So that's probably the best bet. But
all right, we're gonna start tagging you. I got Ted. Ted's in the audience saying he's always wanted to go duck hunting, bought all the gear and decoys, but never had anyone to go with. And so we're gonna rope him in too. So that's another cool page. Check him out at Off the Hook Outdoors. You know, he's another one of the guys that chimes in, and
he just got a gnarly buck, dude. Way to go, Ted.
Yeah, he just
another dude. I've never met this guy personally, but he texts us and we send pictures and stuff, and we've been following this dude. He sends pictures of him in the tree stand all the time, and we're like, he's gonna get one.
Got to put the time in, like you say. That's it's like catching 70 fish a day. You got to put the hours in to do it. So
that's what my friends say. They're always like, "Oh, you're so lucky." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm out there all the time, man."
Yeah,
that's true. I guess luck definitely plays a part. I'm not undermining that by any means.
Better be lucky than good.
You put the time in, you'll get them.
I ask this to a lot of people that as we're getting to know. I say, what's in your bag, dude? What's something that you carry with you? Favorite tool, favorite Lucky Charm, snack? What's something that you got to have with you, no matter what you're doing? Doesn't have to be deep.
I try to carry light, but like food wise, Spam sandwich, dude. I don't know what it is.
That you got Yankees.
My grandpa put me on that, so every year I gotta have a spam sandwich opening day at Rifle.
Isn't it funny how like you get something that works and you just stick with it?
Yep.
I think
so
spam's good for is catching catfish.
So we have this internal argument, where I'm right, and we got a couple other guys that think they know better.
Yeah.
But I'm a firm. I've got peanut butter crackers with me. Deer never turn away from peanut butter.
Yeah.
Chris and some of the other guys are Pop-Tart guys.
Yeah.
Now I'll eat a Pop-Tart, but I don't take that out with me. Like I'll eat the Pop-Tart before I go out.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's like
you got to pull it out; it'll be broken.
That's a motivator, man. But the peanut butter crackers versus a Pop-Tart seems to be a back and forth that we have. So spam sandwich. Yeah. I'm going with a bologna and cheese myself, personally. Okay. Or right. You got it's that time of year where you're going to hit I think you said it, the leftover turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
Last year I almost got in a fist fight with my brother, who we're really tight. Okay. But my mom, seriously, she gets a kick out of it. She'll get a snack. She packs us the lunch after. I say it all the time. And I did like carnivore and keto last year.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't give me like bread and stuff. So she made me like a bunch of deviled eggs. And she put in my lunch, and my brother was like, "Yo, bro, what the heck? I didn't get this. I got like a little Debbie, like Swiss cake roll." And I'm like,
the Christmas trees,
not on par with one another.
Yeah, so cool, bro. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, man. And,
yeah, of course.
Stay in touch, and we're gonna get you involved in some different stuff that we do, and keep at it, bro. Man, I like watching you guys' journey. It's fun for me.
Yeah, thank you. We'll have to hunt sometime.
Yeah, dude.
You're not too far away.
Hopefully this place I told you about produces some geese this year.
Yeah.
They got some good cut corn, and if nothing else, we can hang out. We'll come out and just hang out and
it works
have
too.
a good time. So
birds are moving right now. There's a lot of everything around.
Yeah, goose and waterfowl just came back in Maryland, where my family's farming, and I'm taking my kids out.
Sweet.
Saturday morning, we're gonna go out and try to see if we can get some moving. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool, dude. Well, again, appreciate you coming on. Any final words for anybody?
Thanks for having me.
Right on, bro.
Come on, man. Doors always open.
Sweet.
Come in, hang out. Be part of the crowd. We're a very welcoming group. So
yeah, hopefully next time I'll get one of the guys to come on with me or anything like that.
Yeah, we can. Let's set it up. We'll get a group round table going, because we like to do that. We can bring a couple other guys on and do a round table and get everybody talking and swapping stories. So that's
Steve can tell you about his public land spot and stock on that buck. That's a good story.
Yeah, we'll get you introduced to some of these guys in the group that from where you just were. That those guys kill some hammered deer out there on public land too.
Yeah,
that's just
they're around. You just got to find them.
You got to put in the time, dude. Like you say, Chase.
Yeah. Yep. Of course.
All right, Ron.
All right, man. Well, listen, this is Chase Morris with the Yackers. What separates you from all the other groups out there? Well, it's the name. It doesn't have outdoors in his name. I love it. Appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us, Chase.
Of course.
As we always want to just sign off, we're going to tell everybody we want you to get outdoors, stay wild, and remember, nature is our playground. We'll catch you on the next one.